Welcome to Pent-Up Confidence. Hey guys, we're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you. I'm only doing, oh my god, hi. We're only doing those voices today because, oh my god, I think I'm about to lose my voice. Like, I am so hoarse right now. Like, it's a little bit scary. Don't want to get sick. Hold up. Okay, fun fact, guys. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? How's it going? So keen to be back. Fun fact, 2 fun facts. This is like first day back at school, recorded. And it's currently 10:47 p.m. at night. And hear me out, okay? I was like, Mom, I'm like going to bed. Madeline, you'll be listening going, oh my God, I thought she went to bed. So tomorrow I have a very busy schedule. And then I was like, oh no, that's fine. I'll do it Thursday. And then I was like, you know what? No, because I was staying consistent. Okay. I was posting, hello, can you hear me? This is a level of talking. Wait, sorry. I just had to test how loud I'm being so the parentals cannot hear me because Madeline, yeah, I'm sorry. But okay, so this is also if I don't sound like my normal squeaky kind of like enthusiastic bubbly self, I genuinely am feeling it. But my voice just doesn't sound like at the moment. Like, ready? If I try to like do my famous bark, which is like usually like Jack Russell to the nines, it's like. Now, this could be from the 21st I went to on the weekend. It could be because I'm getting sick because, so you heard the last episode and I was like, holidays, I'm going to record heaps. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. So where am I going with this? Oh, I was like, I could spend half an hour in bed snapping men, talking to people on Tinder, and yes, I could get great podcast content for that. But if I actually want to post them to a podcast, I need to stay consistent with the podcast to begin with. So I was like, all right. Like, I'm like a rooster today. It's very squeaky. So hi, we're back. I literally feel like this is my favorite thing in the whole entire world. I feel so excited to do it, and then I just put it off because I'm like, no, it has to be perfect, even though, oh my god, I am so sorry. So, okay, I made last episode on the last day of school, and then the next day I had school formal, and everyone asked me at formal, you're going to do a podcast episode about formal, and I was like, okay. I wore a blue dress, go stalk it on the TikTok or the Instagram. The DJ, oh my god, guys. He had a man bun and looked like a Brooklyn hipster from 40 years ago. It was just interesting. And then the half the room lights were on. And I asked the people like that owned the event place we were at, like, hey, can we turn the lights down? They're like, we're not allowed. And I was like, oh, okay. So it wasn't that he was a bad DJ. He just didn't finish. He just kept the songs on way too long. Like, you know, like you want to go through them like maybe every minute, maybe like 40 seconds, like a chorus, a verse, maybe a bit more if they're loving it. Otherwise, next. But we were like 4 minutes and it's like, okay, there's only so many times I can do the same movement. Wait, I'm actually so proud of myself. I'm recording right now because, yeah, I literally would have just like colored in and done nothing. But I want to stay consistent. But I am going to preface by saying, preface? Is that the right word? I don't know. But I'm going to let you know I am doing year 12, as you know. I think most of you know that. People listen from school and my mum and her best friend, so no one else. But if I'm not very consistent with my uploads, that's purely why. Because it's just like, I do need to put that priority so we have better content next year. And I have like uni and a job and I'm not like, oh, I'm lost on a gap year and going to procrastinate. I'm not saying like, I'm doing a whole speech on ATARs at the moment, literally to get an ATAR. It's funny, like for an English oral presentation. But because like I don't want to fall behind just because like, sorry teacher, I did the podcast and then 3 people listened, you know, priorities. But next year, oh my god, I'm so freaking excited. I've chosen, I don't know what I'm going to say because I know people like never really say the degree they want to do properly. No, I'm just going to say I don't think it, actually no, I'm not. I don't know. I've heard like influence, but like I won't tell you a degree till I'm into it. So if I won't tell you the degree I want to do until I'm officially like accepted. But I've changed direction. It's still fashion based, but just direction. And I'm so excited with my direction change. And you guys are gonna love it too. Like it's, watch out, Rose Lovely fashion label incoming. Okay, so yeah, this might be a mini app just because like it's still late at night and my favorite time to film. My best episode I filmed, which I think was about Tree Stuff Man. was like 11 o'clock at night and my dad was out though, but I'm like, if someone knocks on the door and like, what are you doing? It could just be like I'm on a FaceTime call to a friend. But the thing is, I don't usually go to sleep at 12 anyway. Like I genuinely try my best. My body, it's just trained that way for school. I could probably fall asleep at 10:30 during the holidays. Anyway, so I'm like, well, it's actually use my voice while I still have it. Because, okay, so had the formal, got home from formal. So I was like committed to getting the TikTok transitions. Like I was like, they're going to be so good. As per usual, had like a bajillion hours to get ready, left it very last minute. So sorry, I didn't know you could customize the little app I used to record on. So I've got like a pink background and it's really cute. I don't know if it will show up. I don't think it will show up on the recording. It's just like my studio setting. Oh my God, like you hear the voice? Oh God. Yeah, sorry, I can't do my oral presentation. So I just recorded Pent Up Confidence last time. So I'm just a bit husky. I do love a husky voice, but not when it's being sick. Like I love it when you're like, you've screamed, you've had a great time, and then you've got like proof of that. But just when you're sick, it's kind of like my ears were tingling today. I felt a bit sniffly. I have a cough. I'm like, but I feel mentally so wonderful at the moment. Like I had a really pretty day. Like, you know, when you just have your ugly days and you're like, oh my God, what am I? But today I was like, oh, who is she? And I'm not kidding. Magnetic effect. I think the hottest man I've probably ever seen. No, hotter than Tree Surfing Man. It said like some dude added you back on Snap. And I was like, who the fuck even is that? And I showed my sister because on a tutoring call, I was like, oh, his boat emoji's fine. And I was like, what do you look like? And he's like, look at my Instagram. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, it's going to be some bloated fish looking photo. Not him, a fish. Like, anyway, safe to say the universe heard my prayers for a long distance, little like flirt, someone that's like very attractive. I definitely thought they were AI or they were like a fake account because they were that stunned, but they had quite a number of followers and they sent a video being like, I'm not AI. And they're like, I'm pretty sure they're just a very pretty person. But you also don't be like, oh my God, are you AI? Like, you're just so pretty, you know? So anyways, where the fuck was I going with that? I don't know. My day today? Yes, I channeled that energy. I was also listening to Olivia Rodrigo Honeybee song, you know, that like honeybee, da, 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 la, la, la. You know, and that was terrible. You don't even probably know what I mean. It's like honeybee, baby boy, gotta love the way you look at me. That vibe. Dun, 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 describe it. Apparently, I really know the words. Listening to it on the way on the bus on the way home, and it's because I went out to the 21st on the weekend, connected back with society, and I was like, oh my God, what was I even stressing at? Can make friends anywhere in the world. A few of the girls at the 21st knew me from TikTok, and I was like, oh my God, stop it. It was so cute and was so nice, and I felt like so like, you know, just you're like, oh my God, you just feel like a girl, and you're like vibing with the other girls, and no men got in the way. I got home and I was like, is it going to be a winter series with a potty? I was like, no, like there wasn't anyone that caught. Okay, if there was like someone that caught my eye, I was like walking past them. Like it wasn't like I was on the dance floor vibe. The dance floor, it sounds so like 80s disco, but yeah, it was just like such a good time. And I stayed with my sister in her new little apartment with her 4 roommates, and it was like so cute. And I'm just like so excited for next year. And I'm like, I can do the last term. I can do the last term of year 12. So anyway, boy oh boy, do I have a comfy confession for you today. It's pretty bad, but it's actually a real raw voice recording. And I guess you're going to have to wait to hear. But I'm going to conclude my point. What I'm saying is that I felt pretty, I felt cute, and I kid you not, I probably haven't changed that much other than I've got a little bit of fake tan on my face. I feel like I attracted this really attractive male. The Tinder's popping off. Everyone's just really attractive. I'm either in like an ovulation error and my birth control pill's not working and everyone's just like 10 times as hot, or I'm just like magnetic and everyone's like actually quite beautiful. Anyways, I just think it's like if you believe that you're stunning, you'll attract. Like also, just quick, right? I always have a perception that like if I think they're beautiful, they're gonna like no to me. And then a girl at the 21st was like, why would no, don't do that. And I was like, yeah, why do I do that? That's so dumb. Of course, the blonde, tall man, tanned, blue eyes will be like, yeah. And this dude was like that description to the nines. It was giving like Bailey Smith dupe. And I was like, I'm definitely being catfished, but we'll see. Who knows? We've been catfished once before. Wait till you hear about Travis. Seriously, you know, and it got hectic. Okay, comfy confession time. I hope you're going to hear this. God, I actually can't deal. I'm recording this in real time. It's 11:52 p.m. Oh, PM, sorry.
I'm actually gonna, I can't. Okay, so I was talking to one of my friends, and I was telling her about, we were talking about how, like, avoidant attachment's a thing, and how we kind of, like, only get interested in people that live far away, because nothing can actually happen. And I just sent her a little recording talking about when you send someone a face map, and they send, like, abs or their legs or something, but you just want to see their face.
I also mean, like, potentially an unsolicited DP. So you're like, I did not need to see that, sir. Like, I think you would probably call the police if I sent a G pic. Not that I ever would. I don't have any desire to do that. I don't have any desire to just receive a DP. You just mind your own business, opening a Snapchat, and you're like, you're going to the blocked list, maybe the police. No, I'm joking. But it's just like, okay, I don't know what you think is so wonderful about that. Thank you. I just prefer to see your face. Anyway, continue. My phone just locked on me. There's a few minutes of these. I haven't really listened back through, but it gets good.
Oh, this is so bad. I can't. I actually cannot. And I sent it to the guy that he was talking about.
Wait, go back.
And I just sent her a little recording talking.
Sorry, I got confused. Maybe you guys are on track, but let's just go from here.
That when you send someone a face map, and they send, like, abs or their legs or something, but you just want to see their face. Oh, fuck. And I sent it to the guy that he was talking about. And I managed to delete all the videos. I was like, I'm safe. Done. God. Scary moment. Talk to my friend a bit more. I was like, I just told her what I just did. And he goes, question mark. I don't know what I said. I think I just said, like, too cheeky or something. Like, being, like, hoping he thought I just said something, like, revealing. And then he's like, I don't know how to feel about that. And I was like, in what way? Thinking of just being like, you know, the fact that you felt like you had to delete them. No. He goes, the video or the vids, or I said, I can't actually remember. I can't go into the chat right now. I'm too scared. And I'm like, what, you watched them? And he's like, well, 3. He watched 3 of the videos of me talking to my friend about this. Like, I have no words. I actually have to block him now because that's just awful. And I told her where she could saw his Instagram. Actually, joke that came as, like, bang, reload, bang, with my head. Like, I cannot. No, there's no wriggling out of this one. There's no wriggling out of this. It's fine. At least he doesn't go to my school. At least, like I said, he lives in literal Cape Town, South Africa, and just travels around the world. So it's not that deep. It's just like, are you fucking kidding? Are you kidding? There goes my little entertainment of just, like, you know, someone you just have to talk to. What's a good comedy confession?
Okay, so if you understood that, I was having this, he's like, I think I've talked to you about him before, like, as in, like, my distant crush that, like, I don't have to think about or anything. It's just like, oh, you're there, you're pretty, you can not entertain me, but like I'd be interested if you live closer, because he doesn't, like, my little heart's safe. You know what I mean? Okay, anyway. And I literally told this friend all about it. I'm like, yeah, he's like a surf photographer and he lives in Cape Town and he, like, looks like this and he's got really good outfits and this is his name, and there's, like, even posts of him when he was, like, a little kid. And, like, because her and I were just talking about some guy and I found his Instagram and we were having a little stalky stalk that she was interested in. So I was like, oh yeah, like, go look at this guy's Instagram, and then just sent that video straight to him. And Snapchat did me dirty. Snapchat did me so fucking dirty because I deleted all of them. And he managed to watch 3. And when he said he opened them, I was like, oh, like, yeah, like about the footy boy, like, lol, like, playing it off, thinking he's just, like, making it up, wanting me to tell him what I said. I think we find out in the next voice recording. And mind you, that was this is like 2:33 a.m., sorry. And then the next one is, no, it wasn't, because now this is 1 a.m. I don't actually know. Okay,
so potential update, don't really know where.
Oh my God, stop. It was not 2:33 a.m. It went for 2:33, 2 minutes and 33 seconds. And I just saw, because I went to view transcript so I could get the time for you guys. And this one, I'm like 1:04. No, it goes for 1 and 4 seconds. 1 minute and 4 seconds. Okay. Anyways, here we go.
I'm really repenting. Also, like, it's not that deep. It's just, like, it's really icky. Wow. Cool. But he's like, you need to explain. And I was like, what do you want me to explain? Being like, I literally have the GUN ready. You know, joking, obviously joking. I'm completely safe for everyone. I do not promote self-harm. I do not promote any of that. I'm just saying, like, it's a lol. It's like an exaggeration. And he's like, well, you know what you said. And now I'm starting to think maybe he didn't hear it and he just wants me to say, he just wants me to think he did. I have a feeling because I just said, what about the footy guy that I want to date with, ... because that's not what I was talking about. But if he goes yes, then I know that he's lying. But if he says no, you said, you told her what the Instagram was, you told her where I live, you told her what I do for work, you told her about when I snap you, you told her like literally everything. Well then, I will be back.
Okay, well, I must have come back because now we have another voice recording.
Okay, update. Sorry, I just sent a few explanation videos being like, hey, not hey, but I was like, okay, this is what I sent. So I told him that I was like, yep, okay, like I just gave her, I told her what the Instagram was because we were talking about a guy that she liked and we were looking at his Instagram. So I was like, his Instagram, you can have a look. He's like cute, he's got good outfits, yada yada. And then he's like, and you said I'm freaky. And I said, okay, fine. I stand by that because what I told her is the fact that I was really irritated because I send a guy a face snap. I'm just in my pajama top. You barely see any cleavage. You can't see really anything. And then they start saying like the abs and then their legs. And then, you know where that leads. And I'm just like irritated by it. I'm like, actually, you know what? Can I just have a look at your face? Can we just like face snap? Like, I don't want to see your genitalia. Sorry, that's too much for us. Genitalia. Sorry, I don't want Spotify to flag this is inappropriate. And so that's what I was telling my friend. And then so I just explained that to him. And then I got off my open and I was like, cool. And so I just texted in the chat. I was like, okay, so I guess this is a goodbye then. And he goes, no. And then he sent a snap in the mirror with his hoodie and a good fit going and like his face. And I was like, wow. And I sent back a clapping emoji because it's like, okay, cool. We've had some improvement. What's the word? We took a few steps in the right direction. Good. And he said no when I said I guess it's goodbye. So who knows? Obviously, I will not be popping out of this experience with a boyfriend. I will not be getting married to this man. He'll probably be gone in 2 weeks. Who knows? Only reason I was like a little bit like, well, what did I just do about it? If it was random, I really couldn't care about it. Like, cool. I don't care about him. I just think he's my number one fave on my Snapchat limit. Yeah. Top hits. So that's why I was a little bit like, oh great, cool, goodbye. There goes another hot one. That's fine. That's cool. But who knows what's happening now. Anyway, that's my humble confession in real time.
Okay, it's
Very final update of the night. I don't know what I said the last time, but
audio is better.
I was saying was rude, which is I'm intrigued as to how, because in my eyes I was just accidentally fangirling him and sent that to him and I feel embarrassed. But obviously because I deleted videos no one else was said, so I just sent a lengthy paragraph. Ew, I'm cringing at myself so hard. Thank God I don't actually like him. He's not actually at my school or something immediate. Or at the beach like all the other ones. Like he's letting us have a lot, like I'm safe. But I sent a lengthy paragraph completely explaining literally everything. And how I just was accidentally fangirling him, and I was like, you know what, if you want to block me, remove me, that like not apology but explanation for you about more, go ahead, that's understandable. And I've left it there. I probably said too much, should have just left it at that. I don't really care, but I'll let you know what happens. But yeah, love you, good night, or happy listening.
Happy listening, I'm so cute.
Okay, cool, just got left unopened. That's fine, not just left unopened. I'm now unopened. That's great. That's truly fine. He wasn't like, oh my God, I got it. I'm just like, okay, cool, learn a lesson.
Oh my God, I'm yawning too.
A very valuable lesson. I was just tired. I genuinely didn't mean to do it. Couldn't be helped.
But guys, just be really careful. We had this last week with my sister. Like, just be careful who you send things to. Just make sure it's the right person. That's all I ask. Yep. So then, sent him the snap. Loud and proud. Here I am. Hello, I'm like your biggest fan. I'm a stalker. I'm telling my friends to go stalk you. But he thought I said something rude. Like, he was all kind of like, oh my God, like, I'm just like a bit put off by you. Like, it's just kind of rude. Like, it's weird. And I was like, what? Like, I think he thought I meant like talking about bad stuff because I probably said like, ugh, when they sent a snap, yeah. Ugh. It was just yuck. But now, look, the Bailey Smith dupe, I've got a few more favorites. So it's like, I don't even see it as a big deal anymore. But at the time I was like, damn, like you were the only hot one. And you were like, kind of like, you were just interesting. It just felt like a big deal at the time. Oh my God, 25 minutes. Guys, what the fuck? Okay. Yep, so holiday recap, and then I will tell you about the most terrifying thing that happened to me this morning. So holiday recap was, went to formal, yep, cool. Got home from formal, watched Freaky Friday the day after, just like chilled in my pajamas because, sorry, got really sidetracked. I told you that I made lots of TikTok transitions ready to go, like formal, hot girl, who is she, transition ready to go. Left it to last minute, didn't have time. So do you know what I did when I got home from formal? Not only did my eyelashes fall off while I was on the dance floor, like my fake eyelashes, my feet were hurting. I was ready to crawl into bed, but I was like, no, I'm going to get these transitions. So I stayed up for another 3 hours. Yeah, making sure I got my formal transitions crispy. And I posted multiple of them and you cannot tell. It's like, after formal. It looks like before I've left. And I was like, it was so fun though. It was so cute. I watched Sweet Home Alabama. Love that movie actually. It's so good. I know it sounds really bad, but it's really good. And yeah, watch Freaky Friday the next day. Sorry, I'm just giving it. Trust me, it's going to a story. And like, you know how like you're the mom and the daughter switch bodies. If you don't know, like you live more under a rock than I do. Anyway, and then one of my best mates texts me and she's like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm watching Freaky Friday. She's like, I've got like a new mattress. Like, do you want to just like come over so we can like not like break it in, but like just chat all night and stuff. And I was like, I'm sorry, is my best friend just being like Freaky Friday with like some teenage boy from Snapchat? Like, what is going on? It was so funny because we like came to pick me up and like her dad's Hilux. So it was like giving like, oi, I'm here for Rose. She's like, I'll drop her off at 6 a.m. I've got to get my next hose in. So yeah, but she's a girl, by the way. And it was like such a good hangout. Loved it. So fun. And then she dropped me home and had like a little Corolla. So it was like, okay. But so sweet of her to come pick me up and drop me off because we live far from each other. And then I literally got home 8 o'clock in the morning, started packing to go down to a beach. I was so freaking excited, brought all my homework ready to just like be a productive girl. I had my podcast to edit. I was filming YouTube content. I filmed all the formal. I filmed going to my friend's house. I was filming going down to the beach. Woke up the next morning after getting to the beach. I was like, cool, I'm going to sit down and vlog it. Get a call from my mom and I'm like, hey. And she's like, I just think I sprained my ankle. Can you come pick me up? Because she went for a walk with the dog and then like fell into a hole pretty much. So I had to play nurse with her for like a day solid, which Madeline, I know you're listening and I love you dearly. I was already so freaking tired, guys, from year 12, end of term. It was like the first day of the holidays. And then it was just like, obviously someone's hurt themselves, like you need tea and you need painkillers and you need bandages and you need food and you need to make dinner. And so like I literally felt like a mum because my sister came down, I think it was the next day or later that night, and it was just giving like, take the pets out for a walk because we brought our cat to the beach house. It was so adorable. Shout out to Remy. So funny. Actually, guys, fun fact, while I was at my friend's house, Emily and mum were seeing each other. Yeah, and I was really sad I wasn't invited, but shout out to Emily and Damien, her darling husband, my godfather, and Emily's my godmother, but we don't do that because it sounds culty. Apparently they listened to my podcast on the way there. And that made my month. Like, it was the sweetest thing ever because, you know, Damien's like a dude. And this is very like girl coder, but apparently both of them were interested in loving it. And that's what my mom told me. And I wanted to like cry. I was like, that's just so sweet. And it made me feel so like warm and fuzzy. So it's just for you, Em and Damien. Actually, Emily, fun fact, do you remember the walk we did at the Grampians? Yeah. So, guys, you're just gonna have to be a fly on the wall here. Swiping on my Tinder last night, and I'm like, why does that lake look really familiar? I texted, I was like, is that the Grampians? He's like, no. I was like, just pull up the messages, you know, maybe. Oh, also, on the way home from Phillip Island, I listened to my podcast, actually. I know it's funny with my mum because honestly, I just wanted to, I think I hadn't proofread one of the last episodes. I just wanted to see how far I came. I was giggling at my own podcast. Like, that feels hilarious. But I realized how short the episodes are. And I was like, okay, maybe going a little bit longer is like, okay. Because like, you know, a drive. Okay, anyway. Okay, shout out to Noah who did the Grampians walk. I'm like, wait, what hike is that? And he's like, sorry to burst your bubble. That was on the side of the road. And I was like, you have gear. Like, he had like a backpack on and stuff. Like, it looked like a hike. He's like, we were driving to this town called La Grave in the Alps, and there was some people doing the kite snowboarding. We had stopped to watch. I'm like, no, Stalin. I meant in the rock climbing picture. He goes, oh, my bad. That's right near Sundial Peak in the Grampians. Emily, please text me, confirm or deny. Is that the walk we did? I was like, yeah, I thought so. Like a hike, like you start at Holes Gap or Roses Gap. It's like we actually drove out from the Holes Gap just to do the rock climbing, but I've done parts of all Peaks trails as well, which I highly recommend. It was good. And I was like, wait, is that one where you could like literally stay in little cabins and you have to walk across like rock faces? You do. It hurts your feet so bad. And he's like, yeah, that's the one. We didn't stay in the cabins or just camp as well. Though you can just camp as well. I'm like, darling, you're mansplaining the hike to me. I did just tell you I did it. I didn't say that. I said, yeah, no, my folks are we do it the proper way, i.e. tents. But did you do the whole hike? Like, which way did you start? He replied today. We only went for like 2 days and we went to, okay, Emily, deny or confirm, Werdug campsite, I believe, and another one that I forgot the name of. We started from Holes Gap and did a loop. We didn't do the loop. We started at a different one and then ended in Holes Gap. Anyways, fun fact. Where am I going with this? I haven't even gone to your story today, guys. I'm sorry. No, honestly, I love it. Yeah, so that made my holidays. So then, yeah, mum hurt her ankle. So it was like, take the pets out. do the shopping. By that time, I was like, meh, I don't think I even did any homework, and then come home and make dinner, and then like go to bed. Like it was giving a mum with 2 kids, which is fine. But yeah, so that was those holidays, and then we got home, and I had a appointment in the city, so that was like a week of like I did see one of my darling friends who I literally made friends with at a cafe in summer. Sorry, I thought I just heard my parents' door shut or something, and I'm like, oh my god, someone's about to be like, go to bed. Well, guys, if I'd normally still be up for another 40 minutes, I think after doing this potty, I'll just like go straight to sleep. So proud of me. 30 minutes. Like, even if this is all you get today, I'm proud that like you will hopefully have this by Wednesday morning. I'm so unmedicated today. I will get to that point any second. Yep. Okay. So got home from Phillip Island, had a physio appointment, very stressful drive back from the city. It caused a headache. My homework was causing a headache. And then from Monday to Friday of my second week of holidays, I was in bed with a pounding migraine. Yeah, 4 to 5 days of a migraine. It was absolutely great. And then the Friday I had an appointment that went for like 2 hours, and it was, oh my god, it's just like such a drama. It was like so freaking annoying. And then Saturday I went to my best friend's sister's 21st. She's kind of like my big sister, so my big sister's 21st, and so lovely. Came home literally yesterday, and here we are. So you haven't missed much, but I haven't had a lot of time. Like, genuinely, it's been crazy. So yeah, but this morning was terrifying. So I wake up every single morning, 4:30, and I have a Vyvanse, 70 milligrams ADHD med. Okay. I go back to sleep for 2 hours, and by the time I wake up at 6:30, the med is kicked in. I'm ready to start my day. I woke up this morning, alarm goes up at 4:30, and I kind of like jolted awake. I was like, why am I so wired? And I thought just nothing. I was like, oh, it's probably just like, I'm like school. And I was like, I haven't had my Vyvanse yet. Like, why do I feel awake? And then I was like, where even is my Vyvanse? Like, it's not on my desk. I was like, oh, it's probably just like school anxiety. Like, I'm just like awake. I'm like ready to be, because it was like fight or flight. Like school just gets, the system going. Missing the bus feels like, you will need to carry a pigeon for the rest of your life. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you just feel so stuck in, like, you've missed the bus, you've missed your chance in life. Like, you know what I mean? It feels like such a big deal. So yeah, I was like, it's not there. Like, that's weird. And I got up and I like looked around my desk, because like, has it fallen off somewhere? That's so weird. And then I opened my drawer, which is like basically my bedside table. It's my desk though. And I was like, oh, there's one in there, but is that a rogue one, or is it the one that I dropped? Like, I couldn't remember. And I was like, oh, I'll just have it anyway, like just in case, like, because school, like, I need to be awake. And then I've got OCD, I think, as we all know by now. And it's very alarmist. It's like, oh, okay, you just did that. Just make sure that like you're not going to die. And I was like, oh no, we're fine. Just checked in with ChatGPT like I normally would. And it's like, hey, like I just did this. And then it was like, okay, that's no big deal. I think a lot of parent probably, yep, good. And here's the number for poison control. Definitely should give them a ring and like just ask them for advice. And it was like, whatever you do not take any more Vyvanse, do not take any more Dex, do not have any caffeine, and do not have any like anything that will stimulate your heart. And I was like, oh my fucking god, my heart is going to explode, because you can maximum have 70 milligrams of Vyvanse. That's the maximum dose your body can handle. And so I thought, I've just had a double dose. I've just had 140 milligrams. I'm going to have to get my stomach pumped. Like, I was shaking. And so naturally my heart started beating fast, and I was like, oh my god, the Vyvanse is kicking in, and I'm just taking a second dose. So in 2 hours, it's going to be like fucking insane. And so I like did the whole, mom, like, sorry to wake you, but I'm waiting for poison control to pick up my call. Like, I was on like the hold waiting line, but I think I guess just took 2 Vyvanse, and I like wanted to cry. And as soon as she touched my hand, it was warm, and it settled me down enough to go, okay, like that felt a lot better for my anxiety. And she's like, okay, like I think I've looked it up, I think it's fine. I'm like, but ChatGPT said I could die. Now, do not go to ChatGPT for medical advice. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that my brain has a tendency to dramaticize things. So I thought I was being dramatic, but turns out ChatGPT was like, no, you're not. Because if it was my OCD, ChatGPT like, I understand that you're worried. It's a very normal thing to do. Don't stress. Try and go back to sleep. But it didn't do that like it normally would. I've trained mine. Okay, guys, she's not an alarmist. So it's not like Dr. Google, like from the 2000s, people like, oh my god, I've got malaria because of one little cough or something. I don't know what malaria is, but you know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go back to my room and like wait for poison control to pick up. And the thought of having to call poison control made it feel like a huge deal. Like, I was waiting to be like, okay, ma'am, like stay on the line, we're sending you a ambulance chopper because you're gonna die in like 5 minutes. So finally lady picks up, and I was like, hi, like my name's Rosalie, and I'm 18 years old, and I woke up this morning, and I have a Vyvanse every morning at 4:30, and so I'm awake by 6. And she goes, okay, wow, which I thought was funny, because this girl listens to overdoses for a living, or not overdoses, but like, poisons. I just, hearing a person that advises it that I get up at 4:30 to have my meds. It just sounded like, oh, you're insane. Okay, cool. Anyways, then she was like, okay, how long ago did you have them? And in my brain, it's giving like, we're going to tell the ambulance, we're going to tell the coroners just so they can like know. And I was like, I think maybe 2 hours ago, maybe 3. I'm like, I'm not fully sure. And she's like, it's okay. I just, we need to like, get a rough estimate. I was like, okay, I think maybe it could have been 2 hours ago. And she was like, okay, like, I was like, I think I literally asked her, like, am I going to die? Or like, she's like, oh, no, she goes, okay, that's not like normally like an emergent, like you don't have to go to emergency. You can monitor symptoms at home, but you might just feel like you've had 20 cups of coffee if you have had 2. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, could I go back to sleep? And she's like, you probably won't be able to sleep if you have had a double dose, but because you're just gonna be really wired. But if you start to get uncontrollably shaky, heart palpitations, like not stomping, crushing headache, like obviously go to emergency. And I was like, okay, and like, that's okay. I'm like, I'm not gonna die in my sleep. Spoiler alert, if you've seen Bridgerton episode 4, not episode 4, sorry, season 4, fucking traumatic. Anyways, so I was like, I'm not gonna spoil it fully for you, but I'm gonna do what that person did in their sleep and just die. Like, I'm terrified. And so she was like, no, like, it's okay. And once I found out I could go back to sleep, I was like, okay, like, breathe. I had to like get the cat involved, and I went back and told my mom, and she was like, okay, like, I think it's okay. And I'm like, okay. And then I was falling asleep. I'm like, I'm getting a headache. Oh my God. Because I was stressed. And like I said, I got a stress migraine for 4 days. So it's very natural for me, but I was like, oh my God, terrified. Worst part of it was that I was like, I can't miss my first day back of term 3 of year 12. Like, that's a big day. Like, I don't want to have to go get my stomach pumped. We live like probably an hour and a half from any like hospital that could do that. That's just like, I don't know. I was so like, I don't want to have to get my parents to drive me at 4:30 in the morning to hospital. Like, no. Anyways, woke up. No, so I did manage to sleep, and then I woke up and it felt like I normally did when I had a Vyvanse. We were just kind of like, okay, like I can get up and start my day, but I wasn't like, so big relief. I can't say I saw my eyes flash before my eyes because it wasn't like I nearly died. I thought I was going to die. So it was more like, oh, I've done it. It felt like the worst bad nightmare dream. I was like, this is it. I've done it. I've overdosed. I've overdosed on something that's not normal to overdose on. My heart's not going to handle it. Your heart's like your most important organ, mind, like, and your brain. It's not like I don't know what medication would, a painkiller maybe. It's something like speeds you up, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. It was very scary. Not like a near-death experience, of course, because it didn't nearly happen. Or actually, I don't know if I did have 2 in the end. I don't think I did because, fun fact, I also lost my tweezers right before I went to bed. And so I knew that in my tweezer box, there was no Vyvanse there. And then when I woke up and I saw it there, I was like, I don't think I saw you here before. But maybe you fell out of my box before. I don't know. So if you're listening, just maybe hold off. Don't have a second one if you think you've already had one. That's my future lesson. Like, if I think that's happened, I'm just going to have a Dex next time. Like, I'm not going to force it. So that was fucking terrifying. That was my morning. So I'm fully unmedicated. Like, there's no Dex in my system. Maybe if I've answered this morning. Oh, and in the holidays, guys, I did go to Clapbangers from Insta's house. Yes, I did. No, I did not go to visit him. I met one of my friends who, fun fact, he was the first boy I ever added over Such a Quick Ad. And we'd been friends for like years, but we'd never like actually met up because he just like, we went 18. Like, you couldn't just, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like romantic or anything. It was just like, Mom, can you drive me? Like, it just felt weird, you know? Went for a little drive, looked at all the beaches. It was like super cute. And I was just like so nice. Yucked that poor man's ear off. Like, we joked that it was like I was a live podcast for him. But he's so lovely. Shout out to Benny, just a G. And yeah, we didn't like go to his house, like knock on the door. We just like, he lives near a public place where you can like park and like get out and like near a beach. I'm just gonna say near a beach. I'm not giving their address. Like, it's not that specific. So no one's about to go stalk them. Like, that's just crazy. So yep, that was my holidays. My legs are really sore. I've been sitting cross-legged for 44 minutes. I really want to do the story of the day, but I'm kind of tired now. Maybe it'll be a part 2 on Thursday. Wait, why is that so low? Hello. Okay. I'm actually holding the mic with my hands, which I've never done before, and I think it's going to make so much feedback. You're going to be driven insane, but we're going to try it because I see people do this all the time with podcasts, and I'm like, oh, why can't I? Hold up. I know you can hear the little stand for the mic. No, never mind. It's back on the table. I'm just going to lean forward. We'll go through the pain. I'm not leaving you hanging. So today's story, let's get into it. It's a goodie, it's a shorty, but so good. Okay. So, like I told you, the literal devil came back to haunt me. Okay. After, as you heard, we had the whole Ranger situation, and yeah. Sorry, I just breathed in and it really hurt. And I was like, oh my God, it's a 5 ants. No, that's not possible. Sorry, just adjusting the mic. I picked it up and it will change settings. And I was like, I don't enjoy that. I kind of have one more comfy confession. No, I'll do that at the end. No, I'm just going to tell you now. Basically, you have heard about him before. I'm not going to tell you who because you're in suspense. But a certain gentleman that has been mentioned on this potty before popped up on my FYP today with a picture of them. And it was like, best of winter. And I was like, okay, there's going to be a girlfriend in here, isn't there? There's going to be a girlfriend. I swiped. And there she was. And you know what? I survived and I wasn't even fussed about it. And I'll do that when I hype your heartbreak and I'll tell you more about that. But anyway, officially getting into the nitty gritty story of today. So, Pranger blocked. No, didn't block yet. He had pulled back and I sent this message. I'm going to read it out to you. Obviously, I said, okay. So he saved a snap on Friday and then I didn't really hear much. And then I apparently deleted a snap and then this is Sunday. I'm like, okay, can I just ask out of curiosity and human to human why you suddenly pulled back / things stopped / fizzled? I promise I'm not trying to start anything back or chase. I'm genuinely just curious as to why this is a pattern with me. Because his best mate had done it. Everyone just drifts with no warning when it seems like it's really great. And it sucks. It sucks so bad. Because you're like, what did I do? I liked you. But you liked me first. And then I started liking you back because you liked me and it felt safe. And then you put away. And now my brain's like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. So I sent that message. And then guess who added me on the old Snapchat? Guess who added me? Do you reckon you can guess? It was the blonde surfer boy. It was Zach, Ranger's best friend. That remember he blocked me. He was all like, oh my God, like, I love you. Let's get married. And then just goodbye. So it went the blonde. No, it went Ranger. Then I found the blonde. Then we stopped with the blonde. Then we went back to the Ranger. And then now we're back to the blonde. And I was like, guys, what the actual fuck? Like, you're just taking turns. Like, this is messed up. So I sent the screenshot to, I just said their name, to Ranger, being like, sorry, but what the actual fuck, question mark, bro, you're kidding. Jeez, you guys are really just taking turns. Crying face, dead face, a bunch of laughing faces. Giggle, giggle, giggle. So the man, I don't think he chimed in. So Zach, I obviously added him back because I'm like, what does this dude have to say for himself? Oh, maybe it wasn't added back because no, I did I don't know if I got blocked. Hang on, it says, no, it has the option to accept. I did because I'm like, what does this dude want? And I was like, bro, what the actual fuck? Like, and he's like, I'm like, what even happened or something? Because, you know, he just walked out of the blue when things felt okay. And he goes, and ladies and gentlemen, he'll be here all week, folks. I'm sorry, okay? I just lost feelings. Okay, buddy. Very valid reason. But does he realize that we were not in a 3-year committed relationship? We talked for 5 days. Like, what feelings is what? What the fuck feelings is he talking about? Like, you can't develop feelings that fast. Sorry, not an excuse. And I was like, we talked for 5 days. What feelings? And he said something like, no, I don't know what he said to that. Maybe I didn't even say that. I was just like, I know, I think I did say what feelings. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, okay? And I was like, go away. You literally have a girlfriend. Because I did at the time. And he was like, not anymore. And I was like, yeah, I just saw him on Instagram. And he's like, no. So they broke up. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure I might have sent him a screenshot of what I'd send to Ranger. I think I said something that I was like, wow, like, my God, no, I know what I said. It was so fucking cunty batty. I didn't care about these dudes' feelings. Like, they don't care about mine. Why should I care about theirs? So he goes, yeah, not anymore. I think I said, I'm not saying Ranger's name, but did Ranger, I just said, obviously, didn't say Ranger to Zach. I used his real. Did we say his name was Lockie? Let's just call him Lockie for now. I was like, did Lockie try and get with her? Or did Lockie steal her? Or did you start getting in with Lockie? Like, whatever, something along those lines. And then pretty sure he blocked me, which, okay, fair enough. I wasn't wanting him to stay around. I was just wanting him to know that I was like, this is getting fucked up. Apparently 10th of December, because I did have him on Instagram. Still do, because fun fact, this is why I was also so keen to record this episode. Got home the 21st, posted a cute little Instagram story. Zachary currently does have a girlfriend, and I'm not saying look, I personally wouldn't love it if my boyfriend was liking other random girls' stories, especially if they'd had like not history, because you lost feelings, guys. No, but like only boy in the whole sea of girly pop likes. Zach was just chilling there with his little like on the story, and I was like, oh, he's back. Look at that, Madeline. And we just had a giggle. Anyways. So then when this all did go down in like January, I texted him again. Oh no, so when I texted him in December, I was like, what did I do? Question mark. He didn't reply. And then I was like, in January, I was like, okay, like he just blocked me out of the blue. Like, let me explain why I was like pissed off, because I don't know why I care about upsetting people, like boys, because they upset me and they don't care. But maybe I'm just like that type of person. Like, I don't like bad beef out there, no matter what it is. Anyway, I'm like, oh my God, bro, why did you add me then if you were just going to block? And the joke was I had on Snap, brackets, didn't talk much. That's a lie. Then you added me. Oh, no, that's true. Didn't talk much. Then you added me. Didn't know you were mates until later. Then I stopped talking to, then you blocked me. Then I asked if he knew why. Then started chatting me up, quotations, because that was what it said. Then bro seemed keen. Then bro ghosted. Then you added me. And it's just a very funny cycle happening to me. Anyways, I'm not mad, / don't care. I just think it's funny as fuck. There was something he's DM'd or something a while ago, and I know he's obviously seen that message. I think it's personally very amusing. And then Lockie / Ranger, they blocked too. And I was just sitting there going like, what the fuck? Because I didn't do anything wrong. Obviously, I know what I said at the end wasn't like polite, but they hadn't been polite to me. Like, you can't just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just shitty. Like, if I'm not interested in a guy, very rarely do I try to string them along. Actually, well, you'll just have to wait till next episode, next week. But it's a very good story. So then I was like to mom, I was like, why the fuck does this just keep happening? And I was kind of emotional about it, not in like, oh my God, I'm so heartbroken. Like, what did I do? I just want them back. It was more like I had pictured a summer, so cringy, with the Ranger boy being like, it could be fun, it could just be flirty, cute, like, you know, my final like little teenage romance before I like turn 18 and become an adult. Yeah, I'm still a teenager, very much. And then it just fizzled. And then I thought he would come back, and then he didn't. And I was just left kind of going like, oh. So my mother, as the beautiful spiritual lady she is, was like, let's do a tarot reading. And I was like, okay. So we asked the tarot cards. And basically, so you do a reading where it's like you pull a card that represents you, and then you pull a card that represents your challenge, and then you pull a card that represents that person, and then you represent their challenge and what their challenge is. And then there's an overall card in the middle. So it's like a 5-card spread, and you do it like left and right to like directions of cards so you can like read it clearly. My cards were very positive. It's like, yeah, you love yourself, like confident queen, baddie. I think my issue was, I can't remember what my issue was. I don't think it was very prominent to the situation. It was more on him, because his card, and I believe this, it kind of said something like, you know how tarot cards are a little bit interpretation-y, like lacking a bit of confidence and self-esteem, doesn't believe they can achieve like great things or master up to the things that like are coming towards. I'm not saying like, oh my God, it's just like too much of a baddie for him. He was just like confused. No, I'm saying I don't think he had enough like maybe solid confidence to. I'm gonna keep up with me. Like, I have a podcast called Pent Up Confidence. Like, I'm not saying I'm a lot. Like, oh my God, I'm just too much. I'm saying that I'm very strong-willed, not strong-willed. I think I just know who I am a little bit. Like, a little bit. I'll probably be insufferable in 2 years when I do a Euro summer and find myself. It better be at a Prada in Milan. That's the most cunty thing I've ever said. It's so fashion girly. I found myself in a Prada in Milan. Most backpacker people like, I found myself in a shrine and yada yada. I'm like, yeah, better be in a Prada in Milan in a really expensive hotel. I better find who I am. Anyways, and the cards were kind of just like, yeah, he doesn't fully know how to keep up. And I was like, okay, that's sad. Our overall card was beautiful. Mind you, before we started the reading, a card fell out, the devil. Like, it just was called the devil. And I was like, oh. And I was like to mom, I was like, let's just put that one back. Like, I don't think that's really fair for this reading. Like, he wasn't a devil. I mean, Ranger, devil, redhead. I'm joking. So then we're like, okay, let's do it with the other boy, Zach. And it was, so again, me, my challenge, him, his challenge, overall card. We pulled by one. It was like very cute. It was like, you know, same kind of vibe as what it said just before. I think I even got a similar card to what I just had with Lockie's reading. Do you know what card fell out? I think you already do. With Zachary's reading, first one for him, like who he represents, the devil. It literally said the devil. And I was like to my mom, I was like, oh my God, that card just fell out before. This is what it was like indicating. Because you know when like tarot cards fall out, they normally always come back. And we were like in hysterics. We're like, that is the funniest thing ever. It's giving like absolutely, he's giving devil. And I can't even remember what his challenge was. Maybe with insecurity, narcissism. I can't even tell you. It's a giggle. So pulled through the reading. I was like, I felt satisfying with that. I was like, that makes sense with Lockie. I was like, I can accept that. And I then felt no longer sad about it. I don't care if that wasn't exactly what he was feeling, but it makes sense. Like, okay, boys, I don't think like they don't like become like a solid man until they're like 22, 23, maybe 21. Like they're very like twindly, if I will, into like maybe 20, definitely. And this dude was 17. He wasn't even like, he was like 17 and like maybe 4 months. And I was like 18 in 2 months. So like he'd probably be 18 now because his birthday was like June maybe. I'll give you the full day, give you the addy. Joking. I don't even think I need to say that, guys. You know me now. But it wasn't like giving crew or anything weird. Like it was same age, but just like 17, I feel like is young for a boy. Like they're kind of more emotional maturity of like maybe 15, 16. So I was like, okay, yep, that checks out. Cool. Slay, love that. And one of my darling friends who did I tell you I met at the cafe, and I told her I liked her blush, and then I got her Instagram, and then we hung out. We got our nails done when I was like down at the beach, and it was so freaking nice. Shout out to Amara, love you to guts. Love you to guts. What? Love you guts. Love you to bits. Whoa, I'm really tired. Love you to bits, darling girl. Actually, I've got some Snapchat videos open from her, and I know there's 10 of them, and I'm really excited, guys. That's what I'll be doing when I end this podcast recording. Anyways, what was she? Oh, and like she told, because like they go to the same school, and she's like, because she's a local, he doesn't like have a girlfriend, or there hasn't been like any girlfriends or anything. So I don't think it was like another girl that ended the whole thing. I think it was genuinely kind of just like, because remember how he said like, oh, I need to grow a bit, like go back to listen to the last episode, and he was like, oh shit, like I was like, I'm like 5'9", he's like, I'm like 1 centimeter taller, like I need to grow a bit. And when I asked him if it was confident, he was kind of like, yeah, like I think so. Like it wasn't giving like, yeah, I know who I am, and yes, I'm tall enough for you. Like it was giving a little bit like, oh, okay, you're like a little intimidating. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so that was that. And then the next day we went out and we drove like off the beach town and went to another beach town to see our friends, and it was lovely, cute little day moment. Great. We're like, let's get pizzas on the way home. We walk into the pizza shop and I'm like, oh my God, Madeline, stop. The man behind that counter is the devil from yesterday's tarot card reading. Zachary Blonzo boy, whatever you want to call him, was working in the pizza shop after the whole kerfuffle from the day before, maybe the day or two before. And I was like, no, my fucking God. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Never had met this man in flesh. He was tall. He did tell me when he was love bombing me that he was tall. He said, like, I'm tall enough that you'll fit in my arms nicely or something. And I was like, that's okay. I didn't believe. I was like, you're probably 5'5". Oh, I think he's like, if we hug or something, you'll be below my chin. And he was tall. My mother was like, oh, he's cute. And I'm like, he's a catfish. Like, he was a bit of a squinter looking at the Snapchats, kind of like, okay, like, don't look too closely. And then in person, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not missing anything. Anyway, no, my mom didn't say that straight away. It was like when we walked out, but we were trying not to like make it, you know, like start cackling ourselves. Like I was trying to hold it in, and I was trying to like look on my phone, like I just like look anywhere else. He definitely saw me. He went like pretty much bright red. And now I know because I talked to my darling friend. Oh my God, I can't say her name. Cut her name, guys. Because then if someone knows Amara, then they know who I'm talking about. No, they don't. No, that's fine, actually. Don't worry. Love you, Amara. So Sheena is one of the people that work at this pizza shop, a girl. And when it came time for my mum and I to go get our pizzas after like waiting there for a hot minute, and he was like not looking up, but he was like, I know he knew it was me. Like, at first I was like, maybe he didn't, but looking back now, I'm like, 100% he did. Because he has to now serve us, right? He has to be like, here are your pizzas, guys. That will be yada, yada, yada. What happens? I didn't hear the phone ring. Hello, welcome to blah, blah, blah pizza shop. How can I help you? And I was like, That phone did not ring. And the girl comes over from like working behind, like, shit, her back turned making pizzas. She looks at him, giggles, is kind of like has a mischievous, like cheeky look on her face. And it's kind of like trying to like not laugh as she like kind of gives us our pizzas. And it seemed like kind of like not sus, but like, and I now know officially, I'm pretty sure that is a code that they have where it's like if someone walks into the shop that they know but they don't want to talk to, they pick up the phone and do like it's an imaginary order. Because that's like what I thought she knew. And I asked my friend and she was like, oh, 100% that could be a thing. And I'm like, okay, power. So, yeah. And then my mom and I almost like ran out of there laughing like two schoolgirls. We thought it was the funniest thing ever because it was funny when the devil card came up, let alone seeing him the next day in the flesh. I haven't seen Ranger in the flesh. I've only seen any of these people in the flesh. And I was like, oh my God, hilarious. So funny. Like, what are the chances? Anyways, and then when I got home, I'm gonna stop it there because next episode, like this is a whole next episode. If I started talking now, it'd be 3 hours long. Because as soon as I got home, Mr. Pebble Man entered the chat. Yeah, yep, just I'm gonna call him Mr. Pebble Man. That's all you're getting. That will be next week's episode. So that's my story for the day. I think it's pretty funny because it's giving like you all chop and change and you came back and then you didn't and then you didn't and then we did tarot reading about you and I was calm and I was like, cool, great, and then we saw you and we're alive. And then you avoided us because you have a fake code. So that was a giggle, a very big giggle. But I'm gonna hype up your heartbreak. I mentioned, okay, breathe. Pause. I'm not editing. I'm not like trying to cut this out. Don't worry, you meant to hear this. Okay, so now I'm gonna hype up your heartbreak. That was just all like one sentence. Like I ended it like, okay, that was him, and then hype up your heartbreak. So we're just like, you know, a little intermission. Is that the word? There's one, oh my God, I can't even, I'm going to say it because I don't know. There's ravenous and ravishing. I'm pretty sure ravishing is like horny. I'm pretty sure ravenous is like hungry. I could be wrong. I know I got astrology and astronomy mixed up. I'm very dyslexic. It's kind of not great. But I told my sister, I was like, God, I'm whichever one, the one that was like horny or like wanting sex or something. And she's like, do you know what that means? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like really hungry. Like I haven't eaten all day. And she's like, no, that means this. And I was like, it was hilarious. Also happened in the summer holidays. Just a big summer. Anyways, it's giving Gumby confession. What time is it? Oh, yeah, look, nearly 12 o'clock. Perfect timing. I'd be going to bed. Oh, Bailey Smith dupe snapped me. It's just exciting when you have like a new hot character into the chat. You're like, oh my God, hi. Wait, I do want to read this one text and then I'm going to hype your heartbreak. It was from Tinder last night. I read it out to my mom and I thought it was so funny. So it's like in this guy's profile, it says about me, hat and beanie enthusiast. And I was like, see, but are we a hat enthusiast because we are hiding something in the Tinder chat? He goes, 100%, ha 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 ha. Oh, I come with the ha-has, not again. I'm like, ooh, what is it? A bold spot with like hit the mic, hand to the face, not like the cheeky one, just like, ooh, hit the mic again, nails, ASMR ready. Jokes, sorry. So hashtag sidetracked. So I'm like, a bold spot, the emoji, and goes, it's actually Lord Voldemort. He's growing on the back of my head, but shh, don't tell anyone. God, I'd be a delight to talk to you. So I was like, wait, like, is he like a baddie with a buzz cut and raspy voice? Because you know, Voldemort's like, kill, you know, like, you know, and he's got hair. It's giving like, you know, he'll fight anyone that tries to touch you at a bar. He goes, shit, I guess you got to find out for yourself. I'm like, how do you suggest that, Jack? Don't want it. It just got icky. But I thought it was very funny. Okay, happy heartbreak. Pause. So basically, yeah. So like I said, a previous character, after finding this Bailey Smith dude, because I got home, like I said, I got excited about the prospects of finding my future man, and he's got a really sweet, kind face, and he's beautiful, and we're just like a hot, beautiful, sexy couple. Maybe he's a model, maybe he's in the fashion industry a little bit. He's okay, trust me. But it's just like so cute, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. Why couldn't I not pull that? I was not even thinking about pulling it anymore. That girl where she's like, why would you assume they don't like you? I was like, why do I do that? If they're ugly, I don't think I'm going to want to be... Sorry, I'll be so harsh. Glad. No, if I'm not attracted to them, I'm not going to accidentally end up with them because I won't be attracted to them. You know what I mean? Like, it just got me excited. And there was like a full circle moment because this dude that I have not seen post since shit whatever's, you have to go away and listen to the end of the summer series. And I saw here like a post and he was like playing footy and I was like, oh no, the next slide. I was like bracing myself for the girlfriend reveal and it was there. And I was like, I'm fine. And it definitely helps when they're not like a white fox Instagram baddie. Do you know what you know what I mean? Like those girls are white fox, you'd be like, cool, I'm just gonna go book out Botox, 5 hours plastic surgery, and maybe reshape my face. um get lip filler. No, I'm not saying like it's more like intimidating when someone's very intimidatingly pretty and that's a new girl, it's like, oh great. You just have to get over it. It's fine. I don't think that's actually ever happened because I don't really have a feeling when they have someone new. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. But I saw them and I was like, it's okay. So, darling girl, if you're I'm not calling them my ex situationship, whatever, and you've still following them on Instagram because like you don't want to unfollow because then once you have to record, like it's a private account, like you all know you don't want to lose privilege to that. It's okay. It really what I realized is that I was like, they look cute and happy, but like I realized that wasn't actually the dude for me, and I was like, oh okay, cool, great, I love that for me, and I was like, okay, they look it didn't make me feel like that they like dumped me for someone that was like everything opposite to me or like so like 100 billion times better than myself. I was like, oh, she's just like a cute ordinary girl. It wasn't like anything about how I looked or anything like that. It was just like, oh, okay, cool. And I moved on. And it was such a full circle moment because the dude with like the pretty blue eyes, and I was like, okay, well, he's a lot prettier, so we're chilling. I've really bad sucker for blue eyes, and ew, sucker. That could be way taken out of context. I'm a simp for blue eyes and blondes. Not like we're talking, not like translucent. You have to be tan. Like they still have to somehow manage to be tan. But there's something. Oh, blue eyes are just so pretty. Anyways, so yeah, you've got this girlie. You'll survive it. And like once you see, you're not like left wondering like are they actually talking to anyone still, or are they kind of did they just left me for no reason? But also I want to let you know that it's not it's so hard. It's truly really, really hard, especially when like, okay, the summer series like ends in like April. So I was like dopamining new boy every week. And then the final person ended and I was like, where's my dopamine? And I felt so flat and I felt so sad. And I was like, oh my God. And I thought I cared more about the person than I did. And now I've been like 4 months sober from any sort of, oh my God, I left undelivered, except the whole surfer boy situation that that just didn't feel good because I'd like offended someone who they also had a bit of a social media presence. So they'd already told me that they were like, because I said I was like wary of like making a bad image for myself or saying the wrong thing and like getting used against me. He's like, I get that. He had a very traumatic little scandal situation. And so like if someone did that to me, because I do have my social media presence, I would be more anxious as well. So I wanted to reassure him that like it wasn't gonna ruin his career or anything. It was literally me just saying like, oh my God, he's so pretty, Callie go stalk. But because I deleted the photos, it looked sus. Anyway, also if you've just done that, it's gonna be okay. And yeah, if you're just having a bit of a shit day, trust me, it will feel better again, especially if you're like doing like something really hard, like school or uni. Just go out, go have a night out. Seriously, it fixes all your problems. Maybe not your bank account, but I did pay $45. It's insanity for a double shot and then a normal shot for my friend. I was like, oh my God, okay, great. That's a lot of money. It's like a whole nail appointment almost. Anyway, but this podcast is like a multi-million-dollar success because you know how I talked about like the Jimmy Fallon show. Okay, I really think that's all I've got to say. I think I should go to bed now because I've talked for long enough. But I love you. You're amazing. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, darling. And especially if you're having a really ugly day, like it won't last forever. I've been having bad winter uglies, and also just going back to the girlfriend thing. They weren't meant to be for you. The wrong guy, you can't actually miss what's meant for you. Like if it's meant for you, it will stay. But also, who knows what's just around the corner for you? The thing is, like, if I saw that post and I wasn't feeling as good as I feel like timing. This dude had not posted since like April, maybe even March. I don't even know, like ages. Found this new dude with the pretty blue Bailey Smith could potentially be an AI dude, not a real person. That's fine. You know what? They're pretty. I don't care. Who I thought was instantly way more attractive than the dude that like I'd last talked to. So it's like the most recent in my brain that I'm like compare things to. You know what I mean? It's like what you miss that you have not had, but like chatted or vibed or whatever it was. So I was like, oh, well, I prefer Mr. Bailey Smith dude AI guy. Saw the post, saw the girl, and I was like, oh, I'm fine. But yeah, I'm going to leave you here, lovely darling girl. I'm so proud of me. If this is up Wednesday, if it's not, I'm so sorry. Just bear with me, okay? Year 12 is rough. Maybe 13 more weeks. And then, It'll nearly be summer by the time I'm finished year 12, and then maybe we'll have Summer Series Part 2. I hope so. So exciting. Yeah. I love you. That's all I've really got to say. Thank you so much for your support. My name is Rose Dudley. The husky voice. It's really giving studio radio now. PBSM, right? PBS FM right here. You're listening with Jennifer Godley today. No. Anyways, I love you so much. You're listening to Pent Up Confidence with Rose Dudley. Thank you for listening. Shout out to my producer, my co-host, my director, my editor, Rose Dudley. That's me. What was that? Oh my god, I'm gonna cough up a lung. I love you so much. See you next time. Seriously, go listen to the next one if it's up though. Like, it's so good. Okay. Love you. Bye. Mwah.